Okay, now we're going to do the tutorial. With a fresh
All
record.
right.
Tutorials with Miheyu.
Don't play me up. I don't know that much. um, well, like I said, one of the first things I do when I started the mod was try to get some industrial craft machines because those are the best ways to maximize your resources.
Okay.
So, you weren't recording earlier?
I was. I'm going to make this a new episode.
Okay. So, one of the first things we want to do is probably, like I said, get a generator so that you can turn your coal into electricity and then start storing it. So then, you don't have to worry about smelting down just as many as you need. So that generator's right there in the middle. Which, do you know how to work any items to get the recipes?
Nope.
Okay.
What's the...
You pull up your inventory, you got all the junk down the right-hand side, right?
Yep.
If you go down to the very bottom, have you tried typing in stuff yet?
Oh, no.
There's a little black box at the bottom. That's a typing field that you can sort. And then just start typing in generator, and you'll see it pop up over on the right.
Generator 611?
It'll actually... It'll actually save you a little bit of resources if you make the furnace first and make it into an iron furnace. Because what you see there is refined iron.
Okay.
And refined iron is basically iron that you cook twice.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
what I would recommend is make a furnace.
Well, here,
and then turn that into an iron furnace.
Let me start smelting this iron.
Okay.
And
here you go. I got you. Oh, wait. Did you put in ore?
Yeah.
Hang on. Take that out.
Okay.
All right. Hold on to the ore here. That's the other thing I wanted to tell you. Normally, you wouldn't have this. You'd have to smelt down iron in order to get your stuff first. But what you want to end up getting is this machine over here, the second one up right here in the middle. That's called a maciator.
Okay.
Put your iron in there. This is one of the first things you want to get.
Okay, it's...
Like I said, normally you'd have to obviously smelt down iron the normal way and everything in order to get it. But what this is going to do is it's going to break down the iron ore into dust.
And this is a good thing.
Because for every one ore, I don't know if you're watching it.
Yep.
You get 2 dust.
Okay.
And those 2 dust will then smelt down in a furnace into 2 iron ingots.
Ooh.
So you get twice as much ingots for your ore.
So basically you're extracting all of the unnecessary bits.
Yeah. Yeah, much more efficiently. There you go. Give you some complimentary iron.
Holy moly. Okay, so let me...
Alright, so now... Yeah, I mean, if you really want to break it down into...
now, and you can automate all this stuff, too.
Mm-hmm.
If you're
a
little bit farther than day one.
Yeah, I've kind of got a little bit of automation set up to where you can make what's called a wooden pipe.
And
a wooden pipe is directional. And what you can do is you can pull out of a machine with that. Of course, you got to find a little tiny engine. Usually, like a redstone engine is the most basic engine you can make. I don't know if I've got any here to show you. Well, you can also use your any items there.
Right. That brings me to my next question. Where's the best place to look up what all this stuff is?
Well,
or you just kind of...
Honestly, the best... I've been trying to use the Feed the Beast wiki, but it is horrible. I actually jump on the Tekkit wiki a lot, because a lot of the mods are all the same. You know what I mean? It's just Tekkit brought a bunch of them together. Feed the Beast is bringing them together. So you can get a lot of information off the Tekkit wiki.
Okay.
That's usually where I end up getting them. So while you're doing that, I'm going to charge up my jetpack. Yeah, that's what I love about the battery box. You can just plop in batteries and electric jetpacks. Even a lot of the tools that you can make later on have batteries in them that you just throw them into your bat box and it automatically charges them.
Nice.
Oops.
Which the bat box is that bottom one. Yep.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I took a lot of energy, so I'm gonna stop.
Yeah, I was about to say, wow, this thing
I mean,
is.
we've got a battery box over here in the top corner. This one actually attaches to a wind turbine or whatever you call it,
Mhm.
wind farm, way up on top of the roof. I don't know if you
Yeah,
saw it when
that
you were up
that
there.
pipe. I did see it.
hmm That's glass fiberglass cable, which is
Nice.
actually really expensive. You got to make diamond and glass to make it. It's crazy.
Whew.
But if we get too low, I'll throw some coal in there for you. Like I said,
Yeah,
you can
right now
always
I'm just shuffling.
dump some coal in the generator to kind of boost it.
Yeah, I got 12 coal.
But yeah, in order to make a generator, you need refined iron, which is, like I said, iron that you cook twice. Now, if you want to make a generator by itself, normally, the recipe calls for a machine block,
Mhm.
which is kind of like making a chest out of refined iron. You know what I mean? Eight
Right.
refined
Yeah.
iron around the outside
Uh-huh.
makes a machine block. Now, that's a lot of refined iron, and you actually waste resources trying to make the refined iron, if that makes sense,
Mhm.
because you got to cook the iron twice. So what you can do is you can make an iron furnace and then craft it with 3 refined iron. So you save on refined iron, and it actually I think saves you a couple of iron blocks. So there's little tips and tricks on how to make them. That's why when you open up the recipes there, you'll see the 2 different recipes. One down at the bottom is
Yeah, I'm
I've
looking
got
at a
one for
redstone
furnace,
engine, which is a
machine block.
piston, glass, wood,
Ah,
and wood
mm-hmm,
gears. That's powered by
uh-huh.
redstone.
Anything. Yeah, it's powered by a redstone signal. So if you wanted to literally just put a switch next to it, boom, on and off. It's awesome. Now the
Redstone.
redstone engines are supposed to be the most. They're the slowest, because
Mhm.
they're the simplest, but they're the most reliable because they won't blow up. Now
Good to
I'm
know
saying they
that
won't blow
that's.
up as long as they won't blow up as long as they're attached to something. Keep that in mind. So as long as they are doing something and working, doing some kind of work, they won't blow up.
So don't put it in the middle of my house, is what you're trying to say.
Yeah. Armageddon was making. He had made a laser for this. What you call it, assembly table, and I think what he had done was put a redstone engine behind an engine behind an engine. You can kind of daisy chain them like that,
Mhm.
and the ones in the back blew up. So hooking a redstone engine to another redstone engine doesn't count as hooking it to a machine, I
Machine.
guess.
Because I like the idea of redstone, but some of this. What's
hmm
funny is I can work schematics and electrical stuff. I do really well with that. But this redstone stuff
Uh huh.
throws me for a loop. The way that little things are made. I think this is better because it's simpler in a sense. Does that make
True.
like I don't have to make this big
It
large layout for all of my pieces.
that Yeah, exactly. I like the way they've taken a lot of those, big redstone machines, quote quote, that people make in game, and they've turned them into mods. So you
Yeah.
just got, you know, crazy stuff. But of course, I'm still waiting on the red power mod that hasn't been updated yet. I don't think.
Which is
Like it's the redstone wires that you can put on the walls and stuff, and then you can
mm,
have, all the special timers that are. You can make a little clock that's all built in, and you can set how many seconds if you want it for like 1 second, up to 5 seconds, up to.
nice.
They kind of look like the redstone repeaters, but it basically just turns around in a circle, and it's its
Huh.
own clock. All those little fancy gadgets are still that mod's still waiting. So you can make all of the AND gates and OR gates and NOT gates and all those things that we make in Redstone. They're all self-contained into one little repeater size,
One block or
one
one.
block. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, basically one
Nice.
block.
It's a flat block, but
Yeah. Well, hell, you can put it on its edge on a wall. You can put timers on walls, timers on ceilings. You don't have to be on the top of a block anymore.
nice. Yeah, because I'm on call not this weekend but next weekend,
Oh.
and as long as I don't get called out, I plan on streaming. pretty much the whole weekend and not getting anything else accomplished.
Nice.
Because yeah, because I'm here and my kids are and my wife are 2 hours away, which normally I drive home on the weekend, but if I'm on call, I need to be in town.
Nice.
So,
So how far away are you working then?
2 hours.
Well, that's not bad.
Yeah, depends on how fast I drive. Well, and most people take that the wrong way. I drive 60 to 65 on the highway, no matter of the
Oh.
speed limit, because I gain almost an additional 8 to 10 miles per gallon that way. Plus, I also follow behind trucks.
Oh yeah.
I'm making gestures with my hands like you can see it. I'm like, do. Oh, wait, there's not a camera here.
Oh man, I tell you what, making that drive myself, back and forth from down there,
Yep.
I always think that in the back of my mind, like I'm more preoccupied with getting there as fast as possible, so I always go a little bit, 75, maybe 80. I
Yeah.
know I'm the speeder, but then it's always that in the back of my mind of how much gas I'm wasting.
Yeah. Oh, no,
Hitting
trust
those.
me, when you're on a budget like what I am,
Yeah, you'd be surprised how much that helps. Yeah.
well, because, I'm paying $400 a month for an apartment plus utilities out here,
Yeah.
which, I'm breaking even compared to where I was working last time, but my wife's moving out with the kids in July, and then we'll just all be down here.
But until then,
But
that's all
until
extra
then,
bills on top of.
yeah, exactly. So it's nice that we have that goal because then she'll start working too. Because the reason she's not moved out yet is she's finishing her LPN school,
Ah,
and so
congratulations.
yeah, and where I work,
Actually, hated LPN school.
this is mind-boggling to me. How many IT or computer-related people
Uh-huh.
are dating, married to whatever nursing people?
Oh yeah.
It's uncandy, or uncandy how often that happens. I don't know if you remember Demon Spawn.
Uh-huh.
His wife went to school and doesn't do it now, but she used to be part of a group home. Dead and Dan, his wife, fiance.
Okay.
She does something, but she works at KU Med. She's a dispatcher there now, but she started off as I think a CNA. Um,
Zisto came to show up to the party.
oh, he did.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Waltzed
people
right
say
in.
that. Yeah, people say that. I'm like, oh, really, Zisto? And I'm like, oh yeah.
It's the pigman joke.
Already are.
Sorry. Uh,
back. So yeah, I was really bored the other day and had lots of time to kill. I pushed him back through. So I watched my Legendary series with the last image that I did, all 29 hours, pretty much back to back to back. Oh my word. I look back at those videos and go, man, people watch this? It's so raw. There's only my vantage point. I'm usually off doing something, gathering resources and whatnot. I'm just like...
well, how many refined iron did you end up with?
I got 41 now,
Oh wow.
and
Okay, that's
so
plenty.
43.
Save some of this iron then. I pulled it out for you.
Oh, okay.
You don't need all refined iron.
Oh.
But if you've got it, go ahead and make a machine block.
Okay, so how do I do that again? It's a furnace on bottom.
First, you got to make the machine block, which is the refined iron in a circle. 8
Okay.
refined iron.
Okay, machine block. Yep.
Yeah, see, this... What I end up doing is basically just working backwards. It's a pain in the butt. But so we get our generator plan up, and then you need a machine
that's
block.
what I-
Oh, we need to make you a battery, too.
Yeah, let's start with the generator first. Generate. Okay, there we go. Generator. Okay, we need a battery, which is BAT
Uh-oh.
battery. One of these should tell me. Okay, so 10.
Uh-huh. And redstone, 2 redstone in the middle.
And a copper cable.
Copper cable. Let me see.
Okay, I have. Okay, so let me. The whatchamacallit, emaciator.
Did you get copper?
Yes, I do have copper.
There you go.
So we will emaciate the copper.
And then we need rubber, which that's the other thing you probably need to look for. Rubber
Yeah,
trees.
I had cut down a rubber tree, and
Okay. Well, if you cut down the tree, then you have to basically extract the rubber from the logs. But if you see the little orange nubs, you need a tree tap.
Okay, let me.
I know it's basically a lot of. What is that? Now let's look it up.
Electric tree trap, tree trap.
Just a regular tree
Okay,
tap.
it's wood. Okay.
Yep, and it gives you one of these little guys.
Okay.
You can use up that one if you want. Take one of those onto those orange nubs, and it'll pop out sticky resin.
Oh, okay.
Now all you gotta do is smelt that down into rubber. Oh, actually,
would you emaciate that first?
No, you can't.
Okay.
Can't emaciate it, but you can. I found out just the other day that there's an extractor up here in the very top left. That the extractor is what you use on the logs. So we found that if you harvest with the tree tap, harvest the sap out, you can leave the trees alone and they'll regenerate the sap, I guess, and you can suck it again. So you can kind of make a little farm out of it. But if you do chop down the tree, then you can put the logs in the extractor, and it extracts the rubber out of each log. Because I don't know if you noticed, the rubber tree logs will only give you 3 planks from them.
Yeah, I did notice that. And that's why I figured it was something special and to be preserved.
Mm-hmm. Nice. So you can put in the logs to extract them. If you put the sticky resin that you're getting right now, if you put that in the extractor, you actually get, I think, 3 pieces of rubber for every 1 sticky resin. So it does give you more that way. Okay. Well, it broke.
Yep, that's alright.
But they're pretty simple to make.
So I should put this in the
very top left extractor.
So now I have rubber.
Me and Dark laugh about this all the time, about how, one, your inventory ends up so full. Because
dude, I can't even imagine with all the different pieces.
Especially when you start making some of these advanced machines, you have to have... First, you got to make the regular machine, and you got to have all the components for it, and you got to have the components to upgrade it. It's a big, long game of working backwards. And then the hardest thing and the worst... the number one problem I have with Feed the Beast is that I find something I want to make. And I look at the recipe, and I figure out I need to make this, and I need to make this, and I need to make this. I go back so far, I forget what I was making in the first place.
I keep a notepad right next to my mouse with a pen on it.
You're so good at that. You write down everything, don't you?
Yeah. I otherwise I forget what I was doing.
I need to start doing that because, man.
I can ship you. Like I got legal pads. And actually, I just put a message on Morgwin's channel when she
Sorry.
you're fine. On her mist walkthrough again, and I told her I filled up 2 legal pads with all just the little random crap that you don't know. Is this important? Is this not important? And you do that, and I filled up 2 legal pads, and then once I beat the game, I figured out you can beat the game in under 5 minutes.
Oh wow!
If you know what you're doing, and it's just one of those. Why did I waste so much time on this? But it's before the internet, and yeah.
Oh yeah, that's one of my biggest things is that I'm a hoarder because I never know when something's going to be needed.
Yeah. Yeah. So my project on the Wannabe Fan server is finishing my house. I'm getting close. I finally put back up the trees. I'm going to build kind of like a lookout on top of it.
Oh, cool.
I want to alternate. I want to do something with water and lava behind glass.
I see.
I'm thinking I want to do lava on the bottom and sheet it over with glass, and then do water down the sides with the glowstone underneath, so it kind of lights up the whole thing better. But I'm and then I get distracted. Like, ooh, look, something shiny. And the big part is, like, I run out of diamond tools. I'm like,
Oof.
So then I have to go and
Enchant
yeah,
them and
enchant it. Well, first I have to find it and not die, which is proving more difficult. I want to say it was 16. I no, not. I had 3 fortune picks on me. I just enchanted 3 fortune picks, and got double creepered. Or
oh,
not fortune, silk touch.
Silk Touch.
Three silk touch picks, which if you look at my is really important because if you look at my house around the bottom ring, as the rings go down, it's smooth stone interlaced with cobble, brick, or stone brick, and then I put up a coal layer, and now I have a iron layer at the
Oh,
bottom, and then the bottom layer is going to be
of ore.
of ore, yeah,
That's so cool.
ore blocks. Well, yeah, unsmelted ore blocks,
Yeah, yeah. Because
not
like
the
things like redstone and stuff like that that you can't.
yes.
You
And
had
so
Silk Touch.
yeah, and so now I have redstone, lapis that I'm building up. I want to try to find some emerald blocks and diamond ore blocks, but I always need the diamond to make more tools.
Right.
All right, so all this stuff is now. What was I making?
Copper cable.
Generator.
You gotta make.
No,
Gotta
I'm
make a
trying to
battery.
make a generator.
Right. So we need copper cable to make the battery to make the generator.
Okay, so
Now you do get 6 copper cable for each recipe you make, so that comes in handy.
battery.
Do you have copper bars yet made?
Yes, I have copper bars. So, okay, so it's copper surrounded by.
Mhm.
So dot dot dot.
Ooh, this is really cool too. Have you noticed the little question mark whenever you're looking at things?
Uh-uh.
If you click into a crafting bench first, and then look up a recipe,
Uh-huh.
let's say copper cable. Oop, can't get mine to work. You'll see a little question mark next to the
Ooh, and then it shows you how to make it.
exactly. As long as you don't exit the crafting bench, it'll show up there.
Okay, so now I have my. Oh no, I have that. I need redstone. Do you have?
Oh yeah, this chest behind us. One of them here.
Holy
It's
moly!
top one.
Okay.
Maybe?
Yep, I
Okay.
got it.
Take some of that. There you go.
Yep.
These things are
So-
cool over here. I don't know if you noticed these things. They're called barrels. Sorry, you're in the middle of
Oh,
crafting.
yep. I don't have any tin ore.
I don't know. Oh yeah, there we go. I made some the other
Okay.
day.
I'm just stealing some out of the communal chest. Okay, so tin, redstone,
Cable on top.
battery.
Ding. Now that's
Okay.
actually an uncharged battery, which you can charge it, but we don't need to do that.
Okay.
Some of the tools and stuff you'll make that call for batteries, you can charge the batteries beforehand when you make them, and then you'll be basically made it fully charged.
Nice. Okay, so furnace, machine block, battery.
You got enough cobble?
Yep, yep, already had it made.
Oh, okay. Whoops. Threw a bunch more at you.
So, generator, basic.
Oh man, speaking of cobble, we've got these
So-
barrels over here that you can. It basically holds stacks of items for you. You can only put one item per barrel,
hmm
and then basically, if you left click on that cobble barrel, it'll spit out a 64 stack of cobble.
Ooh.
And then you take it, have the 64 stack in your hand and right click it, it'll put it into it. As you can tell, we have 56, 57 stacks of cobble in there.
Yikes.
And if you hold down shift and left click, it'll do one at a time if you need it. But some of the big items that we have, we started throwing over here. We used to have a whole bunch more coal, but there's this industrial centrifuge that is just a resource hog. So I literally, in order to centrifuge a stack of, I think it was lapis, or not ore, blue lapis. In order to centrifuge it out and get some silicone cells and stuff like that, it took me almost a whole stack of coal.
Wow.
That's the generator. We put a separate generator right on top of it just to power it because it sucks so much. So you got your first generator, huh?
Yep. I need 2 more tin. I'm gonna make a slightly better generator since there is tin here. Oh nope. Got to make the battery first.
Make a slightly better generator. So what are you doing?
Generator. Okay, it's the iron furnace. Oh,
That's just an alternate way to make
way
it.
to making it. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's okay. Keep that battery. You definitely need it
Yep.
for anything else. Like if you want to make an. Actually, yeah. Click on that iron furnace. I know the keys are sometimes moved around, but there's also one that you can tell if you go into your options under controls. If you are you in your inventory, right?
No, as in controls. Inventory now.
Yeah. Go to see the option down in the bottom left.
Yep.
Click on that options and then go to controls. So there's a whole other set of controls. Do you see the top right that says usage?
Uh-huh.
What's yours set to?
You.
All right, perfect. That's what I kept mine on. You find that there's a lot of keys that conflict, so you have to find your own way to make it work. So that means if you ever hover over any item ever and hit U, it'll tell you all the different recipes you can use it in.
Ooh.
So like the electric furnace you use to make, or I'm sorry, the iron furnace, if you hit U on it, will tell you how to make an electric furnace. Or like I said, it's used in a generator and stuff like that. You know, it's also a good way if you pick up some random block and you want to see if there's something maybe you can use it for. I didn't know if I'd changed my usage button, so that's why I didn't want to tell you if it was something different.
Okay, so I have this generator.
Mhm.
I need to build a bat box.
Yes, you'll definitely want to bring a bat box.
Okay, so that's 3.
Yeah, there you go. You'll need 3 batteries for that.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm using all the 10. I feel bad about it.
That's okay. I got most of that. So
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh no, gotta make. Okay, good night. I'm already losing my mind. 1, 2. Oh no, yeah. 1, 2.
let's see. And then we want an electric furnace. Probably would be a good one. Hey, you get to make your first electric circuit to make the electric furnace.
Okay, so 3 batteries, bat box. Okay, so I need wood and.
Did you get enough wood, or do you want some?
No, I have enough.
Okay. So you're gonna need a bunch more redstone. There's another.
So 1, 2, 3.
You're not streaming right
bat
now.
box. Do what?
Are you just recording? You're not streaming right now?
No, I'm recording. I'm not streaming
Yeah.
much of anything anymore. It's a lot of work to stream. All right. Well, and with the bat box, I'll end this episode and fire up another one.